everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game is an NFC South. One a bruiser, the other a burner. It's Mark Ingram going up against Devontae Freeman.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Get up! Ready!
The first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
This is Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Freeman. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense. Marshall.
Now Brady's lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claymore coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. For it predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Get up!
Now it's Freeman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Gabriel, the man in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Looking deep for Gabriel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second down following the incompletion. Shotgun now for Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Breeze. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. This one all the way down inside the 15. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Ryan. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
And he's able to put it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. Dancing to his left. Now Breeze lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? To be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards on the ground. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They will run again with Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd down at 8 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. In motion right is Jones. Ryan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before half for Breeze. And an alley to run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Jones will come now in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Josh Hill has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Freeman again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brooks Reed. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Red zone opportunity. It's Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down.
Get up! Hey, Tuesday,
And the wideout in motion. On second down, Ryan. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught fine.
It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 48-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level's leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run here with Ingram, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Leroy Reynolds in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Breeze got to have this one. And that is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So out come the Falcons now. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Get up! On!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On 2nd down, Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A 20th carry now for Freeman. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
Whoosh.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And now look at him go. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory.